Okay, I think we can start. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to National Geographic Learning's webinar, Lighting the Fire of Motivation for Students Online. And you may notice something special today. So we have two presenters for this session. Julie and I will co-present this webinar. Hello, Julie.
Hello.
Yay.
Hi, everyone.
All right. So before we go to the session, I want to just take a minute to go through some functionality, okay, on this of the webinar platform. So at the bottom of your Zoom screen, you may see two buttons there, okay? So on the left, you can see chat. So just make sure you set your chat to everyone, okay, or all panelists and attendees, just depending on the device you're using, so that everybody can see your messages. And then on the right, okay, you can see a Q&A button, all right? So if you have some questions, important questions, so you can put questions in Q&A, because chat messages normally just go up very fast, and yeah, so the messages get lost quickly. All right, and at the end of the session, if we have some time, we'll go in Q&A and see if we can answer the questions you have. All right, and now let's have two quick polls to check who are here with us. I'll launch the first one. If you can see the poll, yes, I see responses coming in. We have like over 50%. I'll stop. All right, I think I'll stop here, and then I will share the result. So we can see most of you, 73% of you are teaching young learners, and some teachers also teach very young learners, and 30% are teaching teens. Great. Okay, can you also let us know, how do you teach now? Do you go back to your face-to-face teaching, or still do online teaching, or blended? So you can just type in the chat, Rita hybrid, so Nadine blended. Okay, online, some teachers go back to face-to-face. Okay, all right. So because today, okay, this session, as we say, lighting the fire of motivation to students online. So we focus a lot on different motivation strategies for teaching online or blended. But definitely those strategies can be easily adapted, used for face-to-face teaching. And also, Julie and I will use lots of examples from one of our young learner program, Look. So, but also I hope, yeah, those activities or some ideas can be also used for teens teachers. All right. So we all know it's important, right, to motivate students in any environment, but it seems it becomes even more important in online or blended courses, because students tend to have more opportunity to slip through the cracks. So I will share a short video clip soon. Okay, you may have already watched one of the videos from by the late Sir Ken Robinson, where he makes a very excellent point about the importance of helping our students motivate themselves. And he used an analogy between teachers and gardeners. Let's just watch the clip.
From an industrial metaphor to back to an agricultural one. Because if you think of, a great gardener, great farmer, depends upon plants growing under their care. Otherwise, they're out of business. But the irony is that every farmer and gardener knows that you cannot make a plant grow. You cannot do that. You know, I mean, you don't stick the roots on and paint the petals and attach the leaves. You know, the plant grows itself. What you do is provide the conditions for growth. And great farmers know what the conditions are and bad ones don't. Great teachers know what the conditions of growth are and bad ones don't.
Okay, so just like gardeners, okay, teachers, especially of blended or online teaching, we need to set the conditions for our students to learn, to grow. And this can be a bit challenging, especially because now we have to kind of motivate our students at a distance, and which means we need to use some strategies that are different from what we normally do to motivate our students face to face. So in this session, we will try to share some motivation strategies and also examples to demonstrate you how these can be applied for your online or blended teaching. So some of the teachers may have already attended 2 of our global webinars in March and in April by Drs. John Kang-shin and Jared Borup. So in these 2 sessions, they introduced National Geographic Learning's new professional development program, Breaking Through the Screen. And in the webinars, they already shared lots of very practical frameworks and ideas teachers can use to make your online and blended teaching fun and also motivating. So today, we mainly focus on chapter 9, as you can see here. Okay, chapter 9, the topic is lighting the fire of motivation for students online. And in this chapter, so there are lots of different examples, and also it kind of summarizes strategies for increasing students' motivation into this acronym. Okay, so Julie and I put all these strategies together and call it RAIN. Okay, so RAIN. So look at these 4 letters, okay, and try to remember these things, because when we show you more examples, we'll kind of keep coming back to RAIN strategies. Okay, so R for relationships. Okay, how can you build a positive, okay, relationship between you and the students and students. And A for authenticity and relevance. I, tap into their interests, okay? They feel interested, they feel more motivated. And also N for novelty and variety. All right, let's have a look at our first example. So this example, actually, you can see it in this chapter 9. So in this example, this teacher, Monica Bandi. So yeah, she's from Romania. I see one of the teachers here, okay, is from Romania. So she kind of asked her young learners, okay, to use recyclable materials to make robots. And after students made the robots, they wrote a description about their robots, okay, how they look like, what they were made of, what they could do. And then they take photos of their robot and use an animation app called Chatterpix. You can see here, okay? So the robots can talk, okay? So students record, okay, what they write about the robot. And then in the end, it's like the robot is talking and introducing themselves. So just by thinking about this activity, do you find any strategies for the teacher used to motivate her students from RAIN, R-A-I-N? You find something? Like, yes, for example, yeah, so Chatterpix adds some novelty, right? It's something new to students that probably they won't really do, right, for their face-to-face class. And also because it's about the robots they made, okay? So it's kind of help improve the relationship because it's very personalized. It's talking about their robots, what their robots can do. And of course, yes, it also uses the language, okay, vocabulary and structure they use, right? So I think this kind of audio or video apps, especially the ones that can be easily used by young learners, okay, by students, can be especially useful for doing speaking activities. So for example, talking about phonics, we know in phonics, we help our students build the relationship between letters and sounds. And also students need to practice rhymes and also rhythms, right? So let's have a look. Here is one phonics lesson example. So it is from Unit 9, Animals, from Look Level 2. So you can see in this lesson, we practice A sounds, right? With words ending with A, E, right? So you can see the words like cake, game, snake. Okay, and look at the chant. You can find lots of A words, right? Game, snakes, make, cake. But again, as we say, except for we want our students to notice the letter combination and the sound. We also want them to practice rhythm or rhymes because English is a language of sound, right? So when we speak, okay, it's not just the word by word. If we read the chant like, let's play a game of snakes and letters, it kind of loses the essence of chanting, right? So we should also encourage our students to follow the rhythm. So for example, one simple way is you just ask the students to keep clapping, and then you chant. So let's play a game of snakes and letters. Let's make a cake and drink lemonade. Okay, so it's like ask our students to feel, okay, even for some long words or for some words they're not familiar with, if they try to follow the beat, follow the rhythm, okay, they can read really, feel the, okay, sound of language, the essence there, the rhythm. So here, you can also see, I put on the right, you can see this is actually an online audio, it's kind of recording. Students can use it for free, called Vocaroo, okay? So it's very simple, you just record and then you can save the audio file. So we encourage our students to practice, and then when they feel confident enough, they can record themselves and then they can listen to their own chant, or they can share with each other. Okay, so here I asked Caitlin, my daughter, okay, who just turned into 8 years old, to do this chanting. Let's listen together.
Let's play a game of snakes and ladders. Let's make a cake and drink lemonade. Let's get our skateboards and take them to the park. Let's go to the lake and sit in the shade.
Okay, so then you may notice actually there are some words, if you don't really read in this rhythm thing, you may probably can't really read in this way, like the skateboards, right? Take them to the park. But if they keep practicing, okay, do this kind of following the rhythm, they can actually do it. And here is another example. I think I opened too many windows here. Okay, so this is from Unit 4, Let's Play. And in this phonics lesson, students practice k and nk sounds, okay, with words ending with ck or nk. So let's see, okay, like there's a duck in the sink, a duck in the sink, the duck is pink, it's pink, I think. Okay, and sock, okay? So what we can ask our students to do is, all right, so now you have the chant here. Can you think of some other words that ends with ck or nk? And then create your own chant. Okay, so we will do a simple one. Let's just do CK. Okay, find some other words to replace duck and sock. Okay. Again, okay, this is what Caitlin wants to do. And we use Chatterpix here. Okay, so it's very easy to use. You just take a photo of anything, okay, and then you draw a line at the mouth place, okay, so it will begin to talk, okay, when you record your reading. So let's listen to this chant.
There's a brick in the sink, a brick in the sink. The brick is pink, it's pink, I think. There's a clock in the sink, a clock in the sink. The clock is black, it's black, I think.
All right. Okay, and let's have a look at another example here. Okay, it's also, you can find this in this chapter. So again, this is example is by this teacher, okay, Monica Bandy. So here she is teaching a grammar lesson. Okay, she's teaching prepositions. And what she asks students to do is, because they've learned, okay, my things, okay, toys. So she asked her young learners to go just in their houses, okay, to find their favorite toys, okay, and then use 2 cups or 2 bottles, okay, to demonstrate first. She demonstrate, for example, if I put the ball in the cup, then I can say the ball is in the cup. Or if I put something between the 2 bottles, okay, I can say the robot is between the 2 bottles, okay, or on and under. So again, if we think about this activity, okay, it's interesting, okay, and also about relationship, because this is students' own stuff, their own favorite toys, okay, and now they use the language to talk about their own stuff. So it's very personalized and it's very authentic. So here, because we're still talking about speaking, we'll look at another chant, but this time chant for grammar. Okay, so in this unit 2, okay, my things. So for example, students learn words like bike, markers, building bricks, a robot, skateboard. So we just do the chant, okay, with skateboards, okay, tablet, guitar, etc. And let's look at the chant here. Okay, so I'll play the chant first.
Is that your skateboard? Can I try it out?
Yes, this is my skateboard. You can try it out. Are these your building bricks? Can I try them out?
Yes, those are my building bricks. You can try them out.
All right. Okay, so you see, okay, the grammar here, okay, how we use the chant. So now, for example, if I ask you to just look around you, okay, get something, your things, okay, I will get this. Let's see, where is Julie? Okay, okay, so if we have our things ready, and let's see, because now we are online, right? So we see each other and see each other's things. So when we ask that, okay, so for example, if I see Julie has a puppet. Yeah, so what can I say? I can ask, is that your puppet? Can I try it out?
Yes. Yes, this is my puppet. You can try it out.
Right. And then if I have some things, Okay, so Julie, see my things. What are they?
Maracas.
Maracas. So
Are
Julie can ask me.
Yes, are those your maracas? Can I try them out?
Yes, these are my maracas. You can try them out.
Great, thank you.
Yes. So like that, okay? So now if by just looking at all these chunks activities, okay? Think about rain strategies. Can you type in the chat box? So what kind of strategies you think, yeah, fit in rain and also help motivate students? Thank you, Cindy. Yes. Okay. Yes, as Chen and Julie said, yeah, all of it. Okay. All great. All right. So still, yeah, we always think about, okay, so is there any novelty? We make it something different, introduce something new, make students feel interested. Yes. And also, okay, do we help students feel more relaxed, more personalized, build a relationship? Great, okay. All righty. So now let's move to, okay, look at some reading, okay, specifically on reading text, okay, online teaching. What can we do to motivate young learners with reading, okay, text online? So we know there are lots of motivation strategies when we teach face-to-face, okay? Like we always provide more opportunities to personalize, provide lots of different scaffolding support, okay? And when we move it online, so top secret here is to keep it simple, keep it fun, okay? Keep it simple to your students and also to you, okay, teachers, and at the same time try to integrate those motivation strategies. So for example, if we look at this photo, okay, this is actually from Unit 5, okay, from Look Level 2. What can you see in the photo? Yeah, pandas, okay, 2 pandas. Are they real pandas? Are they animals? Is it Halloween? Good question. They're not real pandas, okay? So if they're not real pandas, what are they? Human beings, okay, 2 people. Do you think they're children or adults? Okay, so 2 men, okay, in panda costumes. Okay, anything else you notice? Where are they? What's in their hands? Is it just cosplay? They're in a forest, yeah. So what's in their hands? Some equipment, yes. What do you think they're doing? Antenna, you see that? Yes, Marvin. Okay, in the forest, it's like a detector. Okay, they're studying the panda. Very good. So yeah, by asking more questions, okay, with more thinking, you are very close, okay, to the answer. So if I show you, yeah, this is the opening spread of this unit, and you can see the caption. So they are panda keepers, okay, at this Wolong National Nature Reserve in Sichuan in China. So here, yeah, so these people, they take care of the panda cubs, okay, baby pandas, and then they put that kind of radio detector on the baby panda's neck, so they can always track where they are. And they dress up as pandas, so the baby pandas won't feel scared, and also in the future, when they really go back to the nature, they can still survive, okay? And yeah, lots of questions to ask. Then when we go to the reading text in this unit, again, okay, something very interesting. So look at this, okay, what can you see in this photo now? Buildings, okay, yeah, London Bridge, okay, big building. A worker, right, a bridge. Is that a real bridge? Is that a real building? A big building? What do you think? If you look closer, They're not real buildings. They're fake. They're models. Okay, so model buildings. What do you think they're made of, right? Okay. Yes, someone said Lego. Okay, right. Okay, see, the building bricks. Okay, so these are models. Actually, it's the mini land outside London, and they kind of use Legos, okay, building bricks to build all those buildings. And look at this person, okay, someone of you just said a worker. So what do you think he is doing here? He's checking the Legos, okay, make sure everything is fine, is perfectly built. Maybe mending, maybe one piece is broken or what, okay? Inspecting, very good. So interesting, right? Yeah, engineer checking, okay, although they're not real buildings, okay? He's doing checking, he works with, okay, building bricks. So if we talk about Legos or building bricks, do you like building bricks? Okay, do you have building bricks? Okay, have you ever built any Lego set or something by yourself? Okay, you have great. Okay, I believe lots of kids, especially, they love Legos. So Caitlin loves Legos. So here are some of her Lego sets. Okay, she's quite in still like a princesses, or this is the Friends series of Legos, right? And I also asked her, have you ever tried to make something without the instruction? Just make something by yourself, okay? Great. All right, so if we look at this photo now, you can see the full picture, okay? Yes, is checking, okay? This is a model building, okay? A building bricks building, okay? Great. And now let's see, this is the whole reading passage. So to this age, okay, so this is level 2. It's probably for students of 7 or 8 years old. This reading passage can be very lengthy, right? It's long and it could be very overwhelming. So we know one of the motivation strategies that can be used for teaching reading is chunking, right? Where you can break larger reading text into small pieces, okay? And so this can help lower students' anxiety and it's more manageable. And then when we teach online, actually it's easier for teachers to do chunking, okay? So let's, for example, we start with just these 2 sentences, okay? So it's easy and no pressure at all. And we can still do lots of shared reading, like read together or echoing. Okay, let's see. People all over the world play with building bricks. They are a favorite toy for boys and girls, young and old. So what about you? We just ask, okay? Lots of you like building bricks. But we also know some people work with building bricks. So let's keep reading. Do you know you can work with building bricks? That's right, okay? There's a job called a master builder. That's what you call people like this person you see in the photo, okay? Master builder. Is it cool? Do you think it's a cool job? Do you want to be a master builder? Yes. Okay. So what do you think, okay, can make you become a master builder? Just play with lots of Legos? What kind of skills you need to have to become a master builder? Good at math? Yeah. Maybe, yeah, engineering skills, right? And okay. And how do you think there are lots of master builders in the world? Definitely creativity, right? Because all these building bricks, the models, they're they're huge, right? They need to be patient also, right? Very good. Let's see. Is it easy to become a master builder? I think you're right, right? Yes, it's cool, but it's not easy. There are only about 40 master builders in the world, in the whole world, and they work hard. As some of you mentioned, need to be patient because it can take months to build a big model. Okay, so master builders also use lots of bricks too. Okay, one model of a German soccer stadium has 1.3 million bricks. So here, this is the stadium, okay, and the soccer stadium, Allianz Arena. So it uses 1.3 million bricks, and look at it. So can you see people behind the model? Yes, so it is really huge, right? So you can see people there, right? It's kind of just, that means the model, okay, stadium is about the height of a person, right? Yeah, many people there. Great. So if many of you say, yes, it's a cool job, I want to be a master builder. So how can you start? Where can you start? We know, yeah, you need to be patient, you need to be creative. Yeah, let's see. Let's listen to the advice from a master builder. Okay, Paul Sean is a master builder, and he says just build, build, build. Okay, so, and he thinks it's good to build different things, not just what's on the box, so not the instruction. Okay, so don't build a house and the spaceship. Paul says, build your family pet. And also after that, we can ask our students to, okay, just to share your building bricks, what you have built. So if you go to this, scan the QR code or go to the link Julie shared in the chat, you can see a Padlet wall. So I can also share with you what it looks like here. So students can share, okay, their building bricks, what they have built like that. All right, so just to think back about how we deal with this reading text. Again, any RAIN strategies you find. So I go through the reading very quick, but hopefully you can recognize or find some strategies we use here. It adds some novelty, right? As we say, yeah, we use chunking, okay? And also sometimes we ask students to predict, okay? So before they read that part, we ask them, okay, how many master builders do you think there are around the world, etc. Okay, anything else? Yeah, authenticity, right? So it's real, okay? It's about a master builder is a real thing, okay? Real people and also the real place, okay? And for example, the biggest one, the stadium, you can easily find information about it and then share with students. So this is also another advantage when we teach online. It's very easy for us to find anything visual to support students' understanding. Okay, all right. So now I will hand over to Julie. She will share more motivation strategies and ideas.
All right. Thank you, Kitty. Okay, so for my part of the session, I'm just going to move on. Thanks, Kitty. And we're going to do a bit of reading as well as a little bit of writing as well. And we have a few minutes. So I'm showing you something very interesting on screen. Can you tell me what this is? Is it what is it? Can you type everything in the chat box? Your answers in the chat box. Horse, right. And is it a real horse? What? Toy horse, good. Anything else? What does it look like? Can you describe the horse for me? It could be a pencil, right? Or Horse toy, good. Pen. Oh yeah, someone, yeah. Mirvan was in the morning session. That's great, thanks. It's a candy? Yeah, it's a horse's head. It's actually a toy horse, but we call this, it starts with H, a hobby horse. Can we say hobby horse? Hobby horse, right? So what can you do with a hobby horse? What do you think you can do with a hobby horse? A horse sharpener? Yes, we're getting really creative. Point, yes, you can point it. What else could you do? Ride on it, right? Goto Fuyu, fantastic. Pencil sharpener, right? Actually, there is something really interesting about this hobby horse that you will learn today if you didn't know before, that you can do this with a hobby horse. What can you do? You can ride on it, right? You can ride on a hobby horse. Now, one interesting thing is in some countries, people participate in competitions. So they have a competition using hobby horses. Can you guess where that country might be? Can you guess where that country might be? It could, do you think it's far away, or it's in a country called, it starts with F. Mongolia? No. Canada? No. Finland, right. Goto for you. Yes, it's Finland, right. And in Finland, students compete against each other on hobby horses. It's actually a competition that students participate in. And I'm going to ask you to read this passage for me. It's about hobby horses. And while you're reading, I'm going to give you one little mission. Your mission is to try to find all the action words in the text, all right? Some very interesting action words. So I'm just going to start off reading together with you, and then let's see if you can pull out some action words, and then I'm going to ask you some questions afterwards, okay? So hobby horses are toys. Oh, you can't see your screen, right? If you probably need to enlarge it, but if not, that's okay. I'll read it for you. Hobby horses are toys for young children. A hobby horse is a horse's head on a stick. But now in Finland, older children and teenagers are still playing with hobby horses. They are doing it as a sport, hobby horsing. What do? You run, dance, and jump, the same as you can do on a horse, but you do it with a toy horse. There are competitions in Finland and now in more countries around the world. Alisa Arniomaki started when she was 11. She's 21 now and she teaches other children. But do these children also like riding real horses? Yes, they do. Many of them are interested in horses. They practice so that they can jump very high and run fast, just like real horses. They practice walking like a horse. And if you like making things, you can make your own hobby horse. So what were the action words? Run, dance, jump. Fantastic. Anything else? Play, right. Can you actually make your own hobby horse? Can you make your own hobby horse? Yes, that's right. And where is the competition? What country is the competition? It's in Finland, right? And did you ever know about this in Indonesia? Did you know about this before? No? Did you find it interesting? Yes. Would you like to participate in a competition? Would you like to participate in one? Yes. I'm a little old to participate because who is it for? It's for teenagers. But lots of students, they would be interested in this type of competition. And I never knew about this, Look, there's a lot of interesting stories about the world. And one of them is this one, the hobby horsing. So I found this really interesting and I hope you like this text. And now what we're going to do is, because I asked you some questions, I'm going to ask you to do a quick reading scavenger hunt. And what we're going to do is, if Kitty could also share the link in the chat box, but not right now, I'm going to show you the actual hobby horse competition, which is on YouTube. And I just want to share what it's like in real life. All right, so watch this video and see if you can. Oopsie. Something dropped off. Okay. All right. I think, yeah. Thank you, Kitty. All right. So we're just waiting for the screen to come back on, and then we can play the video if. Okay.
Giddy up! They might not physically have all the horsepower, but that doesn't stop these horses from galloping around. Welcome to Finland's 8th Annual Hobby Horse Championships, where 400 riders competed against each other on toy horses inspired by actual equestrian sports. The riders are mostly girls, ages 10 to 18. The competition showcases traditional equestrian events like show jumping and dressing. There were
Yeah. All right. Did you find this interesting? Yes? Yes. Right. So this is actually the actual hobby horsing championship, and I just wanted to share it with you to show you what it's actually like to be in a competition. All right. So just moving on. And just moving on, I want to show you a little activity that I like to do. And this you can use with any type of passage, reading, or any type of lesson. And it's so flexible that you could actually do it with any, not just reading, but with any type of scavenger hunt type activities. So what I'm going to ask you to do is you're going to scan the QR code, and this activity is entirely about the reading passage that we just read. You will answer some questions, and you need to unlock each lock to go on to the next one. And you can also unlock the locks at different sequences. So you can start with 3 and then go on to 1 and 4 and so forth. But the aim of this game is to make sure that you unlock all the keys, the locks. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to scan the QR code, and let's see who the first person is to unlock all of the locks. All right, so just scan the QR code, or Kitty, if it's possible to just drop the link into the chat box, that would also be great. But if not, you have
Julie,
the QR code.
It's, I can do it, but once I go outside there,
right,
so
it's not
that's
going
why it stopped sharing.
Yeah,
so,
okay, that's fine. All right, so what you're going to do is, yeah, just use your QR code to scan it, and then you will be able to join the breakout room, the actual scavenger hunt. And what you can do is, let me just see if I can just get this into the chat box for you. So if you can just go to the chat box and just access the link here, you'll be able to go to the Flippity scavenger hunt. All right. So if you're using your phone, just go to the link and you'll be able to go to the scavenger hunt. And I'm going to ask you to quickly unlock the key as much as possible. All right. So let's see how many keys you can unlock. All right. Ready, set, go. Yeah. So how many keys did you unlock so far? How many keys did you unlock? 1, good. Anybody else have more? Marvin opened 1, 2, good. 2, fantastic. 3, good. 5, Vivian, fantastic. Marvin, still working on it. Good. 3, good. 2, good. Yeah, so you can see All 6, Vivian, fantastic. Yeah. So all you need to do is just answer the questions. It's based on the reading because I just wanted to limit it to the reading passage, but you can see how flexible it is and you can use it with any type of lesson. And I'm going to show you how it's done. All right. So this is called Flippity. And I know that some teachers already use this in their classroom. It's really, really flexible. And I just want, yeah, everyone's finishing up 5. Great job. You unlocked 5. So you have a little key here and you type in your answer and you unlock the key this way. And every time you unlock 1, you have more. And at the end, I think you have about 5 keys, right? 6 keys or so forth. Yeah. So you can unlock all of the keys. Great. Novi, fantastic. Okay, so how do we create this? This is a scavenger hunt based on the hobby horsing reading. And you'll notice it's really easy to create. It's based on, it's actually, you need to copy the spreadsheet and you type in on the left-hand side all of the questions. Good job. All of the questions are here. So do you remember all of the questions? What is the name of the toy on page 40? That was a hobby horse, right? And so you write down all of the questions here. What are 3 things you can do with a hobby horse? Run, dance, and jump. Which country has a hobby horse competition? Finland. You have to jump high to be good at hobby horsing. So on the right-hand side, you have the answer. Good. And if you go down here, you see the asterisk here. This means that any answer is correct, right? Marvin. Yes, good job. So are you interested? Are you interested? It's supposed to be, are you interested in hobby horsing? Any answer is correct. So an asterisk means that any answer is correct. And basically, it's like an escape room. So you're creating kind of an escape room for the students and they have fun. It's actually just a review question that we did, but they actually have fun trying to answer the questions and then trying to unlock the key. So there's that kind of gamification factor to this as well. Did you have fun? Yes? Did you have fun? Did you enjoy this? Yes, right. So this part of the RAIN strategy, it was relevant to the students. And of course, you can tweak it and adapt to your students. It's authentic because why is it authentic? It's actually about the hobby horsing content, right? It's also interesting and there's a new novelty factor to it as well. And if you want to make it more relevant and authentic for the students, you can actually adapt it so that they're doing missions or, doing something that's really relevant to them. This is the Flippity website, and you can see that there are a lot of games or flashcards that you can use, templates, name pickers, randomizers, and you'll notice that I used the Flippity virtual breakout. You can use other templates here as well. It's great for the classroom. You do need to have a Gmail account, but I think if you can get that, it's really, really easy to use. And put on your creative hats. How would you use Flippity in your lessons? So if you had to create a scavenger hunt like this, how would you use it? You could use it for spelling activities. So for example, if you give them a number, you could just write down the number and then have them spell it out. You could do scavenger hunt missions, like go to this website and look for this, or give them a mission, right? A task. You could also have them go to National Geographic Kids YouTube channels and have them look at a certain video and then they answer questions about that, right? That would be more authentic as well. And you could also do review questions like we did just now with the hobby horsing content. Or you could also do physical tasks like take a photo. Question number 1 would be take a photo of a pencil or take a photo of your favorite puppet or things like that. So it's really flexible. It's so open-ended. You can add in critical thinking elements and creative elements as well. So this is something that I wanted to share with you. And then moving on, we're going to do a quick writing and you can do the writing in the chat box. I want you to think about your country. I'm going to give you a topic. I want you to think about your country. So every one of us are from different countries. I'm based in Seoul, Korea. I know that someone was from Japan. There was from China. We had Thailand. We have Vietnam. We had Tajikistan. We have many, many different places and cities. And I want you to think about your place and then think about 3 things that you would tell your friend about your city or country. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a model clip, a video clip, a model student actually talking about their country or city. All right, so let's watch and see which one is your favorite one. Okay, what 3 things would you tell your friend about your country?
I'm Emilia.
I'm Matthew.
I'm Rafi.
What 3 things would you tell your friend about your country?
Poland is a beautiful country. It's got lakes, mountains, and beaches. In the winter, the weather is very cold, with lots of snow. A traditional dish is pierogi. I really like them filled with potatoes and cheese.
What 3 things would you tell your friend about your country?
Rome is the capital city. It's very old. There are beautiful buildings. Italians love food. Pasta, pizza, and ice cream all come from Italy. And Italians love football. It's the national sport. We all love the football team. The Azzurri. The Blues.
What 3 things would you tell your friend about your country?
Saudi Arabia is very hot in the summer. Most of the country is desert, but we've got beautiful cities like Abha and Riyadh, the capital. You can visit the Sarawak Mountains, and there are some very old buildings and towns that are thousands of years old, like Madain Saleh.
Yeah. Did you like this? You actually got a glimpse of the outside world, right? Especially since we're not able to travel these days. So this is great. Yeah, Mary Jem said Taiwan night markets, street food and nature. Barbara said Argentina, sports, food and family. And Philippines, pristine beaches, street food and karaoke. Great. And Vietnam, people, places of interest and food. Yeah, so those are 3 things. And Thailand, mango and sticky rice. That's fantastic. Yeah, so you'll notice here that students get to see other students talking about their country or place, and then they included different elements like the food, the culture, or the place, like the terrain and so forth. There was Sarawak Mountains. So there are some model sentence frames like, it's a beautiful country. The capital city of Italy is Rome. So students would be able to learn from the model speakers, their peer students, their peers, right? Because they're actually the same age group. And then they would be able to replicate that and include it in their writing or in their speaking as well. So imagine you have a friend in a different country, tell him or 3 things about your country. So you're all sharing interesting places. Montenegro is sea, mountains, and food. Lovely. We have a great community here today, right? And yeah, and Philippines. Filipinos are resilient. The food is great. Our country is wonderful. Fantastic. Good. So now with writing, you know, sometimes I've experienced this with young learners, especially when you ask them to write. Sometimes if you just give them a sheet of paper and a ruled sheet of paper, they're really reluctant to write. So I try to make the writing as interesting as possible. And one way to do it is to have them write in a different way. So this is something that I like to use, and it's called Festicide. You might already have seen this, but you can create writing pieces in different shapes. It could be a circle, it could be a heart shape, or it could be a wavy kind of noodle-like shape as well. So in this case, you can see that it's about Thailand, and Thailand is a beautiful country. It has nice weather and great beaches. I can swim, I can play in the beach. My favorite food is tom yam goong. It is yummy. I love somtam. I love everything about the food in Thailand. So this is something that you could use, or you could, if you want, you can have students choose the shape. And in this case, choose a heart shape as well. It's really easy to use, and you can just have the students choose and make their own choice, and select the way that they want their writing presented. This is another one, Vietnam. In this case, it's about the soccer team, so it's in a round shape as well. So I like to swim in the beach. Vietnam also has great food. The food is so yummy. It also has a great soccer team. You have to come to Vietnam. You will love it. So different ways, and you give students the autonomy of choosing which kind of shape they want to use. So this is something I wanted to share with you as well. And just another example with food, it's, I like chocolate. What's your favorite chocolate? Kids said M&Ms, and they want to have it every day. And this student, he didn't like school lunch, cafeteria lunch. He said his favorite food is udon, noodles. And I want to eat udon every day. I don't like school lunch. I want to eat udon. So yeah, yummy. I love udon. So this is something that you can use with your students. All right. And if you want to have students be more tactile, what you also could do is create a triorama like this. It's really easy to create, and you can see that it looks like a pyramid, right? So it has 1, 2, 3 sides to it. So all you have to do is just use this square shape and then cut out this part here midway, and all you do is just create this little pyramid, and you have 1, 2, 3 walls so that students can write here. So it's kind of more three-dimensional. So students who like to build and have hands-on activities, it's a great way to get them to write and then present it to the class. And so this is one thing that I wanted to share as well. And they can just create video clips of them talking about their country and so forth. So there's that creative element as well. Okay, so that was it. What kind of RAIN strategy do you think this applies to? Would it go with all of the RAIN strategies, like RAIN? Which one do you think fits with the writing, the Festcite one? It could be, is it all RAIN? Is it relevant to the students? They get to choose, right? And then it's authentic. It's about their writing, right? And it's interesting, and there's a novelty factor as well. Yeah, so that was it for today. And did you find this interesting? Was there something that you really liked? Yes, yeah. And in the morning session, lots of the teachers shared some very interesting apps as well. And I just wanted to share this one as well. This is from Fuyu Goto. I think Goto, Fuyu, you're actually in this room right now. We found this excellent Padlet, and Fuyu Goto shared this. She mentioned that before the pandemic, they had speech recitals, but after the pandemic, happened, students weren't able to do that. So she posted some of the student work on her Padlet to share out with her students and parents, and they got excited because they get to see themselves, and they want to be better, and they want to be able to read and see other peers as well. So this is something that I wanted to share, some excellent example. Yeah, Fuyu Goto, thank you for sharing this. It was a great contribution, and I think she was also featured in the Breaking Through the Screen book, as well as I think Sevoniso Morodova is also here as well. So everyone, thanks so much for that. All right, so yeah, this is just a quick mention, and I wanted to share this excellent Padlet as well. And Kitty, if you'd like to come on, and this is Breaking Through the Screen. As Kitty mentioned in the early part of our session, we mentioned RAIN. It was the relevancy, the authenticity. What else was there? The interest, and then yeah, what's the N? novelty, right? So think about rain, and we were talking about elements from chapter 9. Breaking through the screen is one of our newest pedagogy. So professional development title. It's for teachers only, not for it's not a course material. It's for teachers, and it has practical tips for engaging learners in the online and blended classroom. And we took a lot of the elements from this title to share out with you. All right. And do you know where all of our content came from? Our content, the passages, the reading passages, chants, all of that came from Look. And can you count how many levels there are in Look? How many levels are there in Look? How many levels are there in Look?
You can also read.
There are 7 levels.
There.
Mary Jam, good. Ut-ong, Novi, good. You got the answer right. There are 7 levels in Look. It's a primary series for young learners of English. And if you'd like to check it out, I think Kitty already dropped the link into the chat box. Look is an excellent series, 7 level. Yeah, Goto for you. You're like the champion of Look. She made, some, I just enjoyed just looking through her Padlet. So creative. So anyways, thank you so much. And we have some great, I think, yeah. After this session tomorrow, you will be able to get a certificate of participation in your email with a recording of this session as well. And remember, when you get the e-certificate, just print out your name here, type your name here, and print it out. So it's all yours. And we have some upcoming webinars, some amazing webinars. I think Andrew is on this session today, and Andrew will be able to share some tips on what is so amazing about plants. I just got interested in this literacy and language development lesson. So please join Andrew on April 28th at the end of this month. And Will is also presenting communication skills, push and pull influencing on April 26th. So some great webinars awaiting you. All right, so I think that was it. Yeah, Andrew's there. And yeah, so if you have any questions, please let us know. And if not, I know that some of you already need to go. So thanks so much, everyone. And you'll see the recording later. All right, see you on the 28th, Andrew says. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Marvin, yes, if you registered for this one, you will probably receive the email